Well, it looks like the government may be shutting down again at the end of the month. So in this short video, I do want to talk about food stamps, SNAP benefits, your EBT cards, and what you need to know for those of you receiving Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, as any talk about a potential government shutdown can be a very scary thing, especially after what about 42 million people experienced in November of this past year. Well, let's talk through the details of where we're currently at, the likelihood of this government shutdown, what does it mean for your food stamps or your SNAP benefits, and do we need to worry again? Is February going to be another repeat of November last year? Lapse in benefits, nobody gets paid, people out there that are hungry, don't have any food for a couple weeks. Where are we currently at with this? And again, I know for a fact that many of you in this community are very, very worried about this. I've seen the comments down below. And I want to set the record straight in this video, let you know where we're currently at with this. Do we really need to be concerned? And what do we need to know as we approach the very end of the month, this potential government shutdown? What does it mean for February? And again, your food stamps, SNAP benefits. All right, so do you want me to start with the good news or the really good news? Okay, this video is pretty much only good news for the most part. Now, let's rewind back to November for just a second. Sorry, I'm not trying to bring us back and be like, oh, let's remember how everybody struggled during that time. Sorry, that's not what I'm trying to do here, but rather I want to point out exactly what they did in the middle of November, they being lawmakers, okay? Obviously, that was the longest government shutdown in the history of this country, 43 days. And we had that lapse in benefits for about 2 weeks in November. Okay, that was an ugly situation for a lot of people. But when they came back and they passed legislation to reopen the government, they did a couple good things. Okay, I know it didn't seem like a good situation at the time. I totally recognize that, but there was a little bit of good that came out of it. Here's what happened. They had about a dozen bills, appropriations to pass. They passed 3 of them as long-term appropriations. The other ones, they extended out as short-term funding out until the end of January, literally days from now, okay? But 3 of the long-term appropriations that they passed in the middle of November, one of which included full-year funding for the food stamp program. What do I mean by that? In the middle of November 2025, they passed long-term appropriations, meaning long-term funding for the food stamp SNAP program, EBT card benefits, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, by fully funding USDA out until the end of the fiscal year. What is that? September 30th, 2026, okay? Long story short is this. If we go into another government shutdown, whether it lasts 3 hours, 3 days, 3 weeks, or 3 months, doesn't matter. There will be no lapse in food stamps, no lapse in SNAP benefits, your EBT benefits whatsoever this time around. Okay? Does that give you a little bit of a relief here? Exactly. So let me say that again really quickly. If we go into a government shutdown, there will not be a repeat of November 2025, as in lapse of benefits, no benefits going out to people. We will not experience that yet again in February if we go into a government shutdown, okay? The reason being is the government is funded through the end of the day, September 30th. We'd potentially go into a government shutdown January 31st. And if that is the case, then we will not see a lapse in benefits. You will continue to get paid even through a government shutdown. Reason being is, again, I already explained this. I'm going to say it again really quickly. So again, you can breathe easy. You can have a sigh of relief here. You can understand that you are fine going forward here, which is this. In the middle of November last year, they passed long-term funding for the food stamp SNAP program, the EBT benefits, through the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program by fully funding the USDA. Okay, so point being with that is from November of last year, mid-November, through September 30th of 2026, all of the funding is there for the food stamp SNAP program. No delays, no lapse in benefits whatsoever, okay? Until potentially, well, if we get into October again, we could potentially see something there, but don't worry about that. That is so far away right now. Let's not worry about that whatsoever. Who knows? Maybe 2025 was just a weird event, and we'll maybe never see that again, hopefully, but who knows? Again, don't worry about later this year for right now. But what you need to know right now is that if we go into another government shutdown, Basically the end of the month here, your benefits will continue to flow out no matter what, no matter how long the government shutdown lasts. Well, provided it's not like a 11-month shutdown, which that'd be nuts if it did, right? We'd have way bigger problems on our hands. It's not going to last that long if it does, okay? But as of right now, looks like there's a pretty decent probability of going into a government shutdown the end of the month, okay? Anyway, just want to come back and give you this quick little reassurance here in this video. I've had a number of people reaching out very scared, hearing like, hey, I heard that we're possibly going to go into a government shutdown. What does it mean for my food stamps? Am I going to lose my benefits again? Am I not going to get paid? What does it mean for my benefit? Your benefits are good, okay? You will continue to get paid. You will continue to get your food stamps, SNAP benefits, EBT benefits, whatever you want to call it, still going out no matter what. You will be good, okay? Now, one more thing that I want to point out as well. Remember, at the beginning of the year, there was those 18 states that had the waivers granted previously last year throughout the year of 2025, and for the most part, not every state, but for the most part, the bulk of the states started banning the purchase of the sugary drinks, carbonated beverages, dessert foods, prepared sugary foods or candies and stuff like that. And again, it's different across the board depending on which state we're talking about, but I think most of you recognize that by now. But yes, that went into effect for most states, not every single state, but out of the 18 that were granted those waivers, the bulk of those went into effect as of January 1st. So I think you probably maybe been jumping through some hoops so far. I don't know. It's been a mess so far though, right? Anyway, let me know what else I can do for you. And again, just want to come back here in this quick video, give you that reassurance to let you know where we're currently at right now and explain the current situation that we're at. As always, drop your comments, your questions, your feedback down below. Let me know what else I can do for you. I can certainly come back in other videos and elaborate this further. I can jump on a live stream, whatever you need, no problem whatsoever. Again, thank you so much for watching this. Really appreciate it. But finally, a little bit of good news, finally, which is actually pretty good for the beneficiary, as we're not going to be in this position again like what we experienced back in the first half of November, which was honestly a really, really nasty situation for a lot of people that didn't get their benefits and were scrambling everywhere trying to get some type of food for at least the first couple weeks in November. It was a nuts situation. We will not experience that again if this government shutdown materializes. Anyway, hope this helps you. Again, as always, please subscribe. Big subscribe button right down below the video. Please share the video. Big share button right down below as well. Otherwise, if you happen to be one of the 70 million roughly people on Medicare, as always, if you have any questions on Medicare, if you need help finding the best Medicare coverages for you and your personal needs, you know what I'm about to say, call Chapter, phone number's right there. Thousands of you in this community have already called them. Collectively, those of you in this community saving multiple millions of dollars every single year because of making the quick call right there to Chapter, which is absolutely incredible. That is amazing. I love seeing your comments down below. After you talk to them, drop a comment down below. Use the word Chapter. That's the keyword I search for. I would love to read your comments and also add your list of comments to, if I can grab it, this stack right here, this stack of comments that I've been getting. This is just over the last couple months here. All of these pages and pages of comments. I'd love to add your stack, your comment into that pile. Anyway, hope this helps you. Please have a nice day. Take care. Please subscribe. Please share the video. And again, call Chapter there if you need any help with your Medicare. Thanks so much. Have a nice day, and I'll catch you again later.